welcome back to the show. Transition Game, episode 2, week number 2. It's been a busy week.
It's been a busy week. We're already delayed recording the second episode
Twice.
because there's been a lot happening.
It's been a very busy week. Welcome back. Obviously, we are your hosts, Katherine and Theo. If you'd like to support this show, feel free to give us a rating on Spotify or follow one of our many social media channels, which will be in the podcast description.
Except TikTok.
Except not TikTok.
We already got banned from TikTok.
We already got banned from TikTok prior to even posting anything, which is really funny. So,
and I haven't heard from them. So.
We're working on an appeal to get unbanned from TikTok, but TikTok, if you're out there,
please unban us.
We'd like to create on your platform.
We are not a bot.
We promise we're not a bot. We could probably be one collective bot if we really.
I mean, we're both trans, so it's like hive mind shit, right? That counts. It's like the same thing.
It's something like that, right? Just one collective bot. It was a big week. The season officially wrapped up this week.
Montreal Victoire.
Montreal fans stand up.
Montreal.
Oh,
I'm just kidding.
Oh,
I can't stand up. My legs are tangled in the microphone cables.
So yeah, Montreal Victoire win the Walter Cup finals in 4 games, which I'd just like to say for the record. I think I said it on last week's episode, but I definitely said it to you before the series started.
Yeah, you said Montreal in 4. Yeah, so I'll give that. Even if there's no audio proof on the internet, I will give that. You said Montreal in 4.
Correctly predicted it, and I'm feeling like I should have bet all of my life savings on it now. I'd like to retroactively bet on Kalshi, please. But yeah, so it was a couple of.
It was a kind of a weird series.
It was, because the first 2 games were super intense, super low. They were 1-goal games, overtime.
Yeah.
Players got hurt. People were not getting penalties called.
Oh yeah.
Which we'll talk about later.
Yeah, we'll get to that.
But yeah, there was all types of stuff going on in this series, and it just felt kind of, I will say, as someone who didn't really have a dog in the fight, it felt kind of anticlimactic to me.
As someone whose dogs were in the fight,
yeah,
it was still a little anticlimactic, I think, on Ottawa's end.
Yeah, because I felt like they really kind of climbed the mountain towards the end of the regular season, and then they dominated Boston, who was really good in the regular season, and then it just kind of fell apart.
Yeah, they didn't.
Final.
Yeah, I mean, the big story with this series was the goaltending.
100%.
Both of them, both ARD and Phillips.
Just ridiculous across the whole year, honestly. I mean, you can look at the Olympics, you can look at, regular season games, postseason games. They were just unstoppable. This was definitely a series of defense and goaltending.
Phillips made 89 out of 99 saves in the 4 games alone, and ARD made 92 out of 97.
That is so ridiculous.
And ARD in the final game 4 had a 23 save shutout to clinch the cup. So it's interesting because Phillips entered the final series with a higher save percentage, but as that series went on, ARD overtook Phillips' stats. A lot of the play, especially in the first game, it was a lot of rush chances.
Yeah, yeah.
Battle of the breakaways. And,
yeah, I was gonna say game 1 looked very kind of floppy from both teams because you had Ottawa, who just came in from a pretty, I would say, taxing series physically against Boston. That was a very physical series overall. And then of course Montreal, who had 3 legs and a good arm. It was rough at the beginning of that series. You could clearly tell that they were pretty gassed after the Minnesota series, but I think they definitely picked it up after the first couple games. They very much looked like themselves from the regular season.
I mean, and yeah, it was kind of messy. A lot of the early goals in that series, they were luck.
Yeah, 100%. There was a lot of weird goals in the final.
And then Rock's overtime game winner bounced off her face.
Yeah.
So it's that's just a tough. It's a tough break.
That poor woman.
But it's I mean, that's also part of the game. You can't let the team, set up for those net scrums and get those lucky shots in. So
You can't let them shoot at Abby Rock's face.
I love Gwyneth Phillips. I think by game 4 it was pretty obvious that she was gassed.
Yeah.
She did not. I think that is the worst I've seen her play all year.
100%. And I think that's exactly what we talked about last week too. Like coming out of the Boston series, it was like she's done so much for them across the year and at, the Olympics and going into, the end of the regular season where they had to win all those games in order to even make it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was kind of sad to see her just get let down continually by her defense and have to make all these ridiculous saves over and over again.
I want to find the cameraman that zoomed in on her dissociating after the loss. I'm gonna find you.
That's like the worst part in sports, just period, I think, is the camera people showing the losing team after like a championship loss like that.
This whole series has been very emotionally conflicting for me because like I wanted to see Ottawa like do really well,
Right.
and like I didn't want them to like, I don't know, I didn't want them to get embarrassed.
Yeah.
And then on the other end, I'm like, fuck yeah, Montreal, the wife line, Kath Dubois,
Yeah.
ARD, like fucking kill them. I don't know, but Phillips is the first PWHL goalie to have 1,000 save season.
That's insane. That's insane.
Nuts.
That's so many shots.
That's a lot of
That
shots.
poor woman.
That's a lot of saves. That's a lot of shots. I think we talked about it a little bit last week. That's something Ottawa's gonna have to address in the offseason.
I was gonna say that's like, I think if you're Ottawa going into the draft now, you have to really, really re-examine your defensive core.
There was so like in those first 3 games, Ottawa could not get the puck out of their zone.
Mm-hmm.
It was like there were some last minute heroics by Rebecca Leslie in game 3 with those 2 goals. She didn't Ottawa didn't show up to play until the last 7 minutes of the game.
Right, exactly. I remember, was that the game that we watched together?
We were here,
And I was
yeah.
like, wow, that was so cool that they just played 55 minutes of absolutely nothing burger hockey to then play 5 minutes of really cool hockey at the end of the game.
So I think Leslie just like gassed up. She gassed herself up in the third and just was like, fuck this, I'm putting it away.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, I'm glad Ottawa didn't get swept, honestly.
Yeah.
But I feel like Ottawa's skaters weren't there until game 4.
100%. It really never felt super competitive, I would say. Like, there was never really a point in the first 3 games of the series where I went, oh, Ottawa might win this one, up until, the last 5 minutes of game 3.
Like game 4, I feel like they were actually like there.
Yeah,
Like,
they were putting in some sustained zone pressure.
Getting Montreal out of the zone. I think Montreal was a little bit gassed too. They looked a little slow. Like Ottawa had way more sustained zone time. I feel like for most of the game they were out shooting Montreal, which never happens for Ottawa.
Yeah.
But unfortunately for game 4, ARD was locked the fuck in.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
I mean, even Ottawa's offense wasn't even like, they weren't even that much better than the defense, honestly. Leslie was the top scorer. So Leslie ended the entire playoffs with 6 points. Hedorova had 5. Sabalone and Wisniewicz each with 4.
Mm-hmm.
Clark and Jenner did not score.
Wow.
So I was expecting a little bit more from them.
Yeah.
Just because they are like a little bit more of a veteran presence on that team.
Yeah, most definitely.
Especially Jenner.
Yeah.
It's like both of these women play at the Olympics and Worlds.
Right, on a regular basis.
It's like I feel like they've been in these pressure situations, and I feel like they kind of.
Yeah, I think it'd be interesting to maybe hear from some of the players and the coaches as we move into the off season a little bit, just about like what I'm curious to know, kind of what the locker room was like during that series, because it really it felt so low energy from Ottawa after they lost that first game.
Yeah. I don't know.
And I was gonna say, I don't know if that's just like maybe some of those players were kind of having flashbacks from last year against Minnesota in the finals, or whatever it was, but felt a bit underwhelming. I was whelmed.
You were quite whelmed. We'll have to wait and see what Ottawa says in the off season.
Yeah.
And, these post finals reflections from them.
100%. And I almost wonder if it's something where either they're going to approach this at a more structural level within the team or as kind of a back office thing. Like, I wonder if maybe they're going to bring in some different assistant coaches or something like that in order to kind of help that defensive core more, because it's not like they have bad players.
No, they have
their defense.
Great
they have
defensive
world-class defensive players.
They have Savalainen and Gilday, who are, I think, both were at the Olympics this year.
Right, yeah. So it's like, it's clearly, it's not an issue of the people back there. I think it's really just the structure of how they're setting up is not helping them.
Yeah.
And so I think it's something where maybe you kind of have to meet the players more where they're at and what they want to do and kind of go from there next year. But also, we don't really know if either of these teams are going to look even remotely close to the same.
This is like the hard part. It's like we have no idea how many players are staying.
Right.
Because there's going to be 40 players pulled from their current teams to the expansion teams.
Mm-hmm.
So
right, and that's not, not counting like people that are, draft picks and whatever.
Right.
So
like the team compositions are going to completely change in the offseason. Ottawa loses to the Montreal Victoire. So congratulations to the Montreal Victoire.
Oh, and like we did mention last episode, Flaherty becomes the first ever 3-time Walter Cup champion.
Yes, because
on the Montreal Victoire.
She, I think Ambrose. I think it was with Jocks and Jills after the game. Ambrose was like, Flaherty is like probably the most underrated defenseman in the league.
I would honestly agree with that. Yeah, she's got a cannon.
She's got a cannon. She's a great player. Did she have an overtime winner? She had something in the series.
I think she had an overtime winner
or like a late goal or something. I don't remember. Like I think it was game 2 after the trip. We'll get there.
Yeah, yep. That's what it was. Yeah.
The wife line.
The wife
line heroics. Abby Rock had two goal games. Mm-hmm. So she had 2 goals and the overtime winner in the first game. And she had 2 goals.
Well,
one of them
correctly, Abby Rock's face had the overtime winner. She needs to put that cage in like the Hockey Hall of Fame or something.
Frame it. And then in game 4, she had a goal and a jailbreak goal.
That was a really, really nice goal.
That jailbreak goal was disgusting.
Well, forehand, backhand.
So she ended the playoffs with 8 points. Poulin, my goat, Marie-Philippe Poulin, was awarded the Ilana Kloss Playoff MVP award. She also had 8 points. She had 2 goals and 6 assists throughout the series. Yeah. Including, I think, 2
game winners.
2, direct assists to an overtime winner.
True.
Like first assist.
I say she also scored 2 overtime winners. So yeah.
She's Captain Clutch.
Captain Clutch doing it again.
Captain Clutch finally adding the Walter Cup to her trophy case. Mm-hmm. And of course, wife following closely behind with 7 points. Stacy had that Hattie. Yep. And then
first ever PWHL playoff hat trick.
Yeah, handful of assists to follow. Other than I'm so happy they won, but I'm also so concerned for them medically.
Yeah, that team is not well.
Because we've known Poulin's been playing on an injury.
Yep, since the Olympics pretty much.
And then
Stacy obviously got injured.
Stacy got screwed in game 1. Yep. So I don't think it was an on-purpose hit from Savalainen.
It didn't look that way.
I think it was Savalainen or House. I can't remember.
Yeah.
But
I think it's House.
It was just a weird hit into the boards. Yeah. And I don't know what happened, if she dislocated her knee or something.
I was gonna say it really did kind of look like she dislocated her knee, which is incredibly painful.
Because they cut out the ice mics for it, but they still showed her and the medical staff above her, and she was screaming in pain. Yeah. I was like, she's done for the season.
Oh, 100%.
There's no way. Poulin moved so fast to the bench. She she dragged that trainer over
her, and I want to say Ambrose or Rock or whoever was next to her. Yeah, they just basically threw the trainer at Stacy.
I think afterwards, Stacy, who was interviewing with Jocks and Jills after the win, she was like, yeah, Poulin wanted the ambulance.
Oh God,
and Stacy was like, just wait, hold on, let's figure this out. After that, Poulin sees the demons on the bench. She's sitting on the bench.
Probably the scariest image in sports I think I've ever seen. I don't if I'm on the Ottawa Charge at that point, I'm going home.
I think maybe that's what did them in.
Maybe it is.
They said shit.
They saw her that pissed and was like, no,
why fight back?
Maybe next year, guys.
Why fight back, bro? Yeah. So Stacy comes back out for the overtime.
Right, because it was right at the end of the third period. It was 30 seconds left. Yeah,
she missed
or something like that.
She missed the last little bit of the third. And I'm like, oh, damn, I can't believe Stacy's playoff might be over.
Right, yeah.
And then she's back for overtime. Yeah, and gets the overtime winning assist.
Yeah, she I distinctly remember watching this because I was like, oh God, I hope she's okay. And I was like listening during the break to see if there was an update on it, and there wasn't. But then they all come back out for like the overtime warm up, and she's right there and she looks fine. And I'm like,
I texted you. I was like, did they give her a bump?
they must have, right?
What
Like,
did
what?
they do to her in that locker room? They hammered that shit back in place, I guess. They were like, you're good. Go.
Yeah, that. Ow. And then for her to play as hard as she did in that overtime, like she was pretty active on the forecheck out there.
She's also like the clumsiest player in the league.
I love her, but she does kind of have a Bambi thing going on.
I saw so many comments over the playoffs. I was like, oh, Laura Stacey's diving to drop penalties. She's so like, oh, she's so cheesy. She's so corny. I genuinely think she just can't stand on her skates.
Yeah, I think I was talking to you about this off the podcast during the week, but I was like, I really truly, she reminds me of the kid from the Mighty Ducks movies that just was never taught how to stop skating, and so just has to run into the boards in order to actually stop. And I kind of has always felt to be watching her play that's kind of what she's got going on, because she's an elite player, other than just she kind of does not know how to stop skating.
She falls down. I think it was either the league or the Montreal Victoire that posted goal pictures of her, and it's like, death taxes Laura Stacey Selly from the ice.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
That's just kind of what she does, I think.
Yeah.
I don't think she's like diving.
They're gonna build a statue of her and Poulin. It's just gonna be her falling over. You know, while we're talking about the finals, I'd just like to take a moment to take an aside and ask, why during Game 3 were we talking about Aaron Frankel for so long on broadcast?
Why were we talking Aaron Frankel glazing?
Right.
She's not here. She's not here. She's dead.
I don't see the Boston Fleet on the ice in the final.
Aaron Frankel's not here. Why are we talking about Aaron Frankel while two of the best goalies in the league are playing each other?
It was crazy. They spent like both the first and second intermission just talking about. They talked about Aaron Frankel. They talked about Aaron Frankel lore. They showed the feature.
Oh yeah,
during the I think it was during the second intermission. Yeah, it was like,
why are we talking about Aaron Frankel? She's not here.
So silly, especially when they were talking about like, oh, we wonder if, you know, Aaron Frankel's gonna go win the MVP award. Like, Phillips and ARD are not right there and actively getting their teams into a cup final, and in ARD's case, you know, getting a shutout to win the cup. Good
to know that the PWHL is consistent with the Aaron Frankel glazing.
I was like so confused. Like, I was dissociating for most of Game 3 up until the end of the third period, but I just I would look up and I'm like, they're talking about Aaron Frankel again?
Fuck ass officiating. So in Game 2, that's been a big topic.
Oh boy.
So
Game 1 and 2. Game 1 and 2 were problematic in the finals.
So officiating has been a common issue throughout the entire playoffs, honestly.
And the year.
I think it's been the
my Toronto Scepters got fucked over by the officiating a lot in the last 5 games. To be fair, we did it to ourselves because we were not winning those games anyway, but I can still be mad at the refs about it.
I think there were some dangerous missed calls.
There were some pretty egregious ones.
Just this last 4 games. Physically dangerous missed calls, and then missed calls that could have affected the outcome of the game.
Yeah, in both, I would say Game 1 and Game 2, I think directly both games were decided by a play that probably should have been blown dead before the goal occurred.
Yeah, it was not good.
And it was not even necessarily for one team, it was both teams. I think it was Game 2 where on the Montreal end of the ice, there was a couple of players that got tangled up, and then they go off on the rush down towards the Ottawa zone. And then there's a very blatant trip in front of the net, and Poulin passes to Flaherty, who scores the game winner.
I texted you immediately because the angle from the broadcast, it looked like Greco just tripped.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it just looked like she slipped on ice.
Yeah.
I made a joke about it to you too. I was like, me when I'm in an overtime sudden death situation and my one defender that's actually in front of the net fucking falls over.
Yeah.
And then they showed
we should have made the clip of it with the Mario Kart banana peel where it's never fall over.
And then I saw the alternate angles, the replays, and I'm like, she didn't just fall, she got tripped.
And it was really was not
very
even like a, oh, she didn't
egregious.
do anything, free her. It was like, bro, they got you in like 8K on 16 different angles.
There's a chance, even if there was no trip, that they would have scored that, because Greco was the only defender in front of
Yeah.
the net. It's like, I'm not saying that it
Right, it
would
was
have
still
decided the game.
3-on-1, I think. So
I'm saying it could have.
Right.
Like, it was like Ottawa's defense was not in the right spot.
Yeah.
It still should have been called.
100%. Yeah, they were not in a good position there, but also that play should have been blown dead.
That was a tripping penalty on the one defender in front of the net. Like, that's bullshit.
Yeah, and there was, like I was talking about, right before that play happened on the other end of the ice, there was, I think, either a missed tripping or roughing call as well on a Montreal player, and they didn't call that either.
And then,
so it was like,
I think game 2 too. I think this all happened in game 2. So in the beginning of game 2, Clark cross-checked Stacy in front of the net. There was no call at first, so Stacy got pissed, and she was like, "What the fuck, Clark?" She took an unsportsmanlike, and then they called Clark on the cross-checking.
Right, which is like, why?
It was like you called that way too late.
Right.
House then later boarded Bouillet.
I did see the clip of this. I think I missed this in the game.
Fully
but
boarded
I saw,
her.
Just completely runs into her, and the ref is like,
that's fine. Yeah, I think good clean hit. And then House later, she cross-checks Gosling in the back of the neck.
That one was like, really bad. I saw
below the helmet.
Yeah, I had missed that part of that game. I think I was away cooking or something, and yeah, that was a really, really rough.
If we're gonna talk about like dangerous missed calls, that was probably the boarding, and that would probably have been my top.
Oh, 100%.
Like, you have to call that.
Right, and it's the same thing that we were talking about last week in the Minnesota-Montreal series with the hit on Abby Rock from behind where she, like, falls into the bench.
Yeah.
It's the same type of hit where it's like, if you're not going to call these kinds of hits, someone is going to get paralyzed.
That hit on Gosling was like, she had to get off the ice like ASAP.
Yeah.
That was like right below her helmet, right on her neck. Like, it didn't touch her helmet. Like, it was like, I'm like, if you're gonna paralyze, that's how you paralyze players.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and that's I hate to beat a dead horse, but does it need to be that someone has to actually die on the ice in order for us to actually take this seriously as a league?
Because I don't know. I also wonder if part of it's like, oh, these are women, so they're not gonna hit as hard. Like,
right.
That's just not true.
And that's just not true at all.
Like, you go fast on those skates.
Yeah.
That gear's thick. That helmet's hard. You catch someone in the wrong way. Something bad's gonna happen. And if you don't call shit, players are just gonna keep rolling with it. They're gonna think, oh, that's fine. I think it's fine.
And also, what really rubs me the wrong way, I think, and especially was evident across these playoffs, was just how poorly managed every situation is when there's a borderline injury. Like we had in the Minnesota-Montreal series, there was Stacy or someone took a weird hit, and then it was the Abby Rock hit where she had to crawl to the bench, and then on the other end of the ice, one of the Minnesota players like takes a weird bump and then immediately got up, and they got a stretcher for her. So it's like Abby Rock has to like crawl past the linesman back to the bench while, someone like takes a weird like half bump on the other end of the ice, and we're stopping everything. We're running out the stretcher. We're, no penalties assessed, that kind of thing. It's really frustrating to me, the inconsistency with which every dangerous situation like this is treated by both the officials and the league.
Yeah, I think we're both in agreement with the statement that poor officiating is the biggest threat to the league and its credibility. Yeah. Like, if we're trying to get people to get into this league and watch these games, this has to be fixed.
Yeah, it was rough this season, and I really hope that in the off season, since we're going to have, 4 more teams next year, they're going to need more officials. They're going to need more lines people. I really, really hope that they reevaluate and do a lot of retraining on what the refs need to be looking for, or even having the lines people be more involved to blow a play dead if there's something dangerous happening.
And then I get it. Like, sometimes it's hard because obviously, like, the more experienced refs, they're up in those higher leagues.
Right.
It could just be a matter of who's available for the PW, but
yeah.
Like, I don't know how many, like, refs they share with other leagues, if they have dedicated refs.
Right, yeah.
Obviously, missed calls are a part of all sports. It's,
Right.
Refs are always the
Oh,
true
100%.
enemy.
Absolutely.
And it's not like it doesn't happen in other sports, but it's a little insane that every game we watch, we're like, that's a missed call, that's a missed call, that's a
Yeah.
missed call.
The fact that even the broadcast people are catching these calls more than the refs on the ice, you know?
Get Cheryl down there.
That's what I'm saying.
Give her the whistle.
Yeah. Let Pounder have a whistle. Just blow the play dead from broadcast. What are we talking about?
Expansion.
It's expansion time. Oh boy.
It is expansion time.
So this week, the PWHL formally announced PWHL San Jose, which we knew was coming.
Yippee! Yippee! Congratulations to San Jose.
They become the 12th PWHL franchise. They will play at the SAP Center with the San Jose Sharks of the NHL. It's a 17,562 capacity arena, which puts them at number 3 across the PWHL. They have been pretty popular, actually.
I mean, I'm not surprised.
I'm not shocked either, no. I think Bay Area hockey is a lot bigger than people think.
Bay Area loves their sports.
100%, especially women's sports. They really show up for women's sports out there.
I mean, it's the Valkyries last few seasons have been really successful out there for them.
Last year, I believe they just got their first women's soccer team out there.
And then technically they have a pro baseball team.
San Francisco, yeah.
But they're not playing there.
But they're not playing there this year. So super exciting for them until, was it this morning or yesterday morning that the wonderful news was announced?
I had to work late last night. Had a few drinks. I was sleeping in. My Discord is going off this morning. It's from Katherine. She's sending me tweets and in messages in all caps, laughing maniacally.
So if you're not aware, Troy Ryan, who is previously the GM of the Toronto Scepters, has been picked to play the dual role at PWHL San Jose of GM and head coach.
Brutal.
Mind you, I can't stand this guy. This guy makes the worst decisions I have ever seen in my whole life. He nuked our whole roster for nothing. And now ye's gone. So next year, 2020,
Toronto might just be Walter Cup 2027 champs.
I can see it right now. We're rebuilding. We're gonna be so back. We're gonna draft crazy. We're gonna get crazy players in the off season. Everyone's coming home to Toronto. They're all saying Toronto's the place to be right now.
All right, bud. Let's cool it a little bit. Maybe the Scepters will finally be better than the Leafs.
Toronto's the new Montreal. That's what everyone's saying. You will be seeing a 0.5 Richter scale for the Toronto Scepters' first win next season.
We'll see. I don't know how I feel about him taking both roles.
Yeah, I think that definitely raises a lot of player safety concerns within the organization, because if you have an issue with your coach, normally you take it up with the GM. But if you have an issue with your coach and your coach is Troy Ryan and your GM is also Troy Ryan,
what do you do about it?
Who do you call? Laura Stacy? I don't know.
Ghostbusters. I don't know. Yeah,
that'll be interesting to see, either if they make him choose one or the other. Or,
I hope they do.
I hope they do too, just for the sake of having someone else in the league.
It seems silly and goofy.
It does. So I'm so sorry that it had to happen this way, PWHL San Jose fans, and you had to inherit this terrible man. But hopefully you'll be able to get rid of him relatively soon, and then you too can enjoy the fruits of a non-Troy Ryan-led franchise. We also learned this week there has been a GM selection for PWHL Detroit.
Manon Rayom. I don't know how to say your name. Manon Rayomi.
Mm-hmm.
Is that how you say it?
I have no idea. We've already butchered
I'm not French.
That's all right.
She's been selected. That's very exciting.
That is very exciting. I was thrilled to find out this
I think we are going to be wearing some Detroit jerseys next season.
100%. This was like my dream pick for head coach and or GM position.
So she is a 2-time Women's World's gold medalist.
Mm-hmm.
Olympic silver medalist.
Mm-hmm.
She is the first woman to play in an NHL preseason game. So she's been working with the LA Kings the last few years. I think primarily just scouting.
I actually didn't know that. Interesting. But yeah, that's super exciting. I'm very excited to see how these expansion franchises are gonna kind of continue to fill out
Yeah.
from the back end side, just seeing like, GMs, coaches.
I think Hamilton
assistant
picked
coaches.
one.
Did they?
I think
I have
like
not
last
seen
night
that.
or this morning. I just saw something.
Interesting.
Megan Dugan
Hmm.
is the GM,
Why does her name sound familiar?
one of the most decorated players in U.S. women's national hockey team history.
That makes sense.
She's been with the Devils as director of player
Sure.
development.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
She's also been a special consultant for the PW for the last few years.
That's cool.
And she's part of the player safety committee.
Oh, sweet.
That'll be exciting.
Yeah. I do love that the league keeps bringing in like very prominent women and like women
Yes.
who have been
More
important
women.
to women's sports for
More
a long time.
women!
I appreciate that quite a lot.
So that's, I don't know if Vegas announced theirs yet.
Honestly, I don't think I've heard anything out of Vegas since they announced themselves.
No one invited them. And here they are.
Did you see that one meme that was like, shoot, it's
Oh, they do have
Detroit
one.
and San Jose, and it's like, we're the new expansion teams, and the woman at the desk is like, aw, and then it's Hamilton and Vegas, and then they're like, we're the new expansion teams. The lady at the desk is like, human resources.
They do have a GM. They announced it on the 15th.
Damn, we just missed that one. Unlucky. Who's their GM?
Yeah, trust us to run the podcast, bro.
Yeah.
we are
Who is they?
the cutting edge.
There's some shadow council that's employing us.
Dominique Didia
I did not see this at all.
from CAA Sports launched the agency's women's hockey department.
Oh no, I did see an article about this. It just slipped my mind.
Because who's paying attention to Vegas? No offense to the
Brand new.
Nevada lovers, the Vegas natives.
The Vegas locals.
I already forget this team exists.
I'm looking forward to seeing what their branding is going to be like, but
Solely because of like the brand colors
yeah,
they
I think
chose.
the
I'm
colors
looking
are really
forward
cool.
to it.
But yeah. Apart from our confirmed and announced expansion teams, we also had some news.
We had some
From-
confirmed not expansion teams. Calgary was like, nah.
Yeah, I said we don't really have the capacity for another team, which makes sense because the Saddle Dome already has 3 leagues in it.
They're busy.
Yeah,
They are
that's
very busy.
That's a very scheduled venue.
Saddle Dome is also like the only place I think a PW team could play.
Yeah.
So it's a bummer,
Mm-hmm.
I think, and I think it puts a wrench in a Calgary team for at least a few years.
Yeah,
I think eventually they'll get there.
Yeah, I think also though the league seems to make it very clear that they want the PWHL teams to be playing in these NHL-sized venues.
Which is going to become a very interesting, like, expansion rule.
Yeah,
It's like if the PW teams can't get like some kind of agreement
right.
with the with sharing these
Yeah.
NHL venues, they might not put a team.
Right, exactly. And that's something I've kind of been thinking about this week too, because I think that much in that same vein, Hamilton is kind of going to be the guinea pig for can we take the PWHL to non-NHL markets. And so I think if Hamilton doesn't work very well, then the league is going to be much more hesitant to expand to non-NHL markets in the future. And I think that the NHL has also had that issue historically. You look at Atlanta, where they've lost their team, 3 times?
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Brutal.
I think especially with the league being as young as it is right now, it's much more of a risk for them to expand somewhere and have it not work out.
Because I also think this puts kind of a wrench in Chicago expansion. Selfishly, of course, I think about this too much. We talked about it a little bit. I don't think United Center has space for them.
Not necessarily, no.
It'll be an interesting...
Without there being some kind of major money element to that, I highly doubt that they would ever play at the United Center.
Which, I would love to see them at the UC, but I just don't think United Center is open to that scheduling.
Yeah. I don't know. It's gonna be
it's gonna make very interesting expansion topic, like discussions moving forward.
Right.
It's like, where can they move? So yeah, I do think that's a good point. Hamilton being like a guinea pig.
Mm-hmm.
So because I would like to see them put more teams where there's not an NHL team.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that would be really cool to differentiate their product from the NHL, aside from obviously women.
Women, but like even if they move to more like AHL markets,
yeah.
I think that would work
cool too.
perfectly.
Yeah,
because AHL fans are built different.
Yeah,
they are some interesting specimen.
A lot of diehard fans.
There's a lot of diehard fans. They spend a lot of money for a team that the players, most of them, don't even make it to like the NHL.
Yeah,
they spend thousands on jerseys just because they like a guy.
Yeah.
So Hamilton will be interesting because they're also getting
an AHL franchise that just got announced. Yeah,
because Bridgeport just moved there, so the Hammerheads are heading to Hamilton.
Which means that PWHL Hamilton is officially saved from having to be the Hammers. So I'm excited to see what they're going to do with the branding for these 4 new expansion teams. I think also, though, it'll be interesting to see from here on out with the league what the rate of expansion is going to be. I feel like they're going to give these teams probably a couple of years to settle before they go again. And that's kind of what I was thinking too, because last year I think was the guinea pig for can we expand?
Yeah.
You know, with the 2 teams, and then they said, okay, we can expand. Now this time around it's how much can we expand before it becomes problematic and or, you know, worsens the product, or in Hamilton's case, can we take it to brand new markets? So I think it'll be very interesting to see kind of what lessons are learned this time around.
So I don't know. I kind of hope that they slow down the expansion just a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Like obviously I want more teams places, but I would rather them like settle down with like what they have and feel like confident and get that like shit running cleanly and smoothly, and like smooth everything out with like players and taking care of them and the Players Association and travel and all that.
Right. And I think especially just getting the franchises settled in the new markets and reaching that community in all of those markets is really important too. I think the NHL suffered a lot when they were expanding too fast. And then we saw franchises kind of fall behind in ticket sales and things like that because these franchises weren't really reaching the audience in that community. And I think the league is responsible for a lot of helping that connection form.
Oh, yeah, league primarily. Like, I think as of this point, teams don't have their own design teams.
Mm-hmm.
They don't have their own, like, branding teams.
I would say, I think all the team ownership is directly through the PWHL right now.
Yeah, I think all of the, like, graphic design and stuff is currently, like, centered in the league, and, like, they have a bunch of creators who work for the league office that are making graphics for all of the teams.
I think it will be very important for them to fully help those franchises settle.
Yeah,
because otherwise you're going to end up with like an Arizona Coyotes situation, or you know, a lot of the NHL teams that didn't do as well, or you know, still today don't do as well. Like the Ducks are doing better now, but they had a lot of ticket, you know, sales issues for a while.
Yeah,
Buffalo had that for a while. Obviously Arizona famously just always had issues with the venue and ticketing and not reaching the community XYZ. So I think it'll be good to have the league maybe slow down a little bit and really focus on getting these franchises planted within their markets more.
100% agree with you on that.
Also, I have to say, excited to see what the branding is going to be for all of these teams. I think last year with the Golden Eyes and the Torrent, we didn't get that until pretty close to...
I think they dropped it right before season started.
It was like a month or so before the season started, I feel like. Because obviously all 4 of these expansion teams are going to wear the inaugural season, like, name jerseys.
Yeah.
But... they did release the branding stuff for these teams.
Yeah, the colorways.
Yeah, like the colorway. Well, I mean, even for the Torrent and the Golden Eyes, they released the logos and all that stuff before. So I wonder. I would assume that's going to be the same thing they're going to do this time around. I don't know. I know you had some thoughts on the branding.
I had a lot of thoughts this last week. See a lot of bad takes on Twitter. Listen, I'm not gonna say I'm an expert, but I
mean,
am.
This is kind of your job.
That's kind of what I do for work. I kind of design. I am.
You kind of are the expert.
I kind of. I've seen some really bad design takes.
Oh no.
Over the last several weeks since teams started getting announced.
Mm-hmm.
I agree. Some of the colorways of each teams, they're starting to get a little. They are starting to get a little repetitive. San Jose got announced.
Mm-hmm.
I like the orange. I really like the orange. I know you weren't super sold on the orange.
It's grown on me. I think
it's a nice orange. It's
yeah.
like when I think of I think sometimes when people think of orange, they think of Flyers.
Mm-hmm.
That's a gross orange.
Yeah, it is.
I hate
very
that
gross.
orange.
Yeah,
I hate that orange.
Mm-hmm.
Horrible orange.
I don't know. Their orange feels more like creamsicle.
It's a nice orange, but their accompanying color is blue.
Right.
It's that bright blue, and my first thought was Toronto. Are they gonna lean into the blue, and are their home jerseys gonna look like Toronto's?
Right, exactly. Or alternatively, are they just gonna turn into the West Coast version of the New York Sirens, who also have that exact color, right? Or
use the orange as
the further down
accent.
West Coast version of the Vancouver Golden Eyes, who also have that colorway. There's only so many colorways that
work.
Yeah, that are gonna work for this kind of thing, and honestly, even comparing it to the NHL, the Blackhawks wear, the red and black. The Red Wings for a while wore the red and black.
I think they still have black alternates, don't they?
I think they do. I think you're right, actually. Yeah, the Panthers have a red jersey. There's only so many different ways that you can really spin it before it just there are going to be teams that have the same colorway, and that's okay. I think
that's why it matters what they do with the branding,
exactly.
What your team name is, what your vibe is. Listen, I love the color pink. We don't need a pink team.
I think, and perhaps this is just selfish as an enjoyer of most of the teams in the league, I would really love to see them do a second run of the Barbie collab for every team where they just get a pink jersey that they can wear for a game. I would be
totally fine. That'd be sick. I think NHL does the fight against cancer jerseys,
right, exactly.
where everyone's purple.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love those purple jerseys.
Mm-hmm. And that's something that I really would love to put on a wish list for next year, is doing some kind of fun alternate jerseys for some of the teams. Not even it doesn't even have to be for all the teams. It could just be for the original 6 could get some kind of alternate this year, and then you could have the expansion teams get one next year, maybe the year after that, whatever.
Yeah,
I definitely have enjoyed over the last couple of years both the MLB and I think the NBA are doing the City Connect jerseys.
I think the WNBA is doing
really
it
cool
this year too. They've got specialized city jerseys.
Yeah, I saw that. Some of those got leaked already. I think one for
I think they've already been wearing them.
Panthers and one for the Islanders already got leaked for next year.
Oh, for NHL. I'm talking about WNBA.
Oh, I misheard you.
I didn't know they were doing it for the NHL. Okay, see.
Yeah, I just saw that this week on Twitter.
I love the MLB or most of them.
Yeah,
the City Connect jerseys. So I think it's a cool little that's what it is. It's just a special jersey.
Yeah, and they don't have to wear it all year, but I think it'll also help for games like that when you have Toronto versus San Jose, or Vancouver versus Toronto, or whatever, where there's teams that have these very, very similar colorways, to be able to have that alternate jersey, be oh, we're gonna wear the fun one tonight.
We're gonna wear the fun one. Plus they sell like crazy.
Oh yeah,
people love a special jersey.
Absolutely. Selfishly, that's why I recommended doing the Barbie jersey, because I can't ever buy anything from the Barbie collab collection on the PWHL website. Because
it's always out of
stock. If you're out there and you're buying the PWHL Barbie merch, buy one for me.
Or stop. Let us begin. Let us
let me get something on the restock, because I want that jacket really bad.
I'm trying to think what else. What else did I see this week that pissed me off? Oh, there is nothing wrong with teams playing their first year in the league without a team name or mascot.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Picking a team name, you can't change that.
Right.
So you gotta nail it.
Mm.
So better safe than sorry. I don't want them picking a team name in such haste.
Yeah.
That afterwards just
Yeah, right.
Doesn't really fit us.
Right, and then that's the same kind of thing. That will pull fans away from your team, and then that will hurt the league at the end of the day. So it's like, I would much rather them take the time that they need to properly connect with and assess the markets that they're in, and then, give us some kind of branding or whatever.
I love what Utah did. They had people at the games literally voting.
That was really cool. That was really cool to see.
That was a fantastic idea. Literally just direct feedback from your direct audience who's at the games with you.
Right.
Love it.
Yeah, that was really cool. And I think it would be, if they don't release something before the season starts next year, I think it would be cool for them to also approach it in that way and be like, what do the fans want?
I would love that.
Mm-hmm.
Ask your market how you want to represent them.
Yeah.
This is kind of like a niche one that, because obviously the last few months with all these expansion teams and these like new sports teams in general popping up anywhere, it's always like team names. Like obviously team names such an important decision.
Oh yeah.
I feel like at some point we're going to out meta these like really niche city related team names.
Sure, yeah.
Like it's gonna get bad.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with the Tigers.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with
It's okay to pick something generic.
Like, oh my god, it's the Titans. Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Cool ass name.
Mm-hmm.
We don't always need to be some niche reference to like some city history.
Yeah. And I feel like especially with non-major, like major league, like top 4 type leagues are much more prone to doing that.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's like, oh, if we're, the Chicago Cubs or whatever, like, that's cool. Like, that's a bear.
It's a
nice.
bear.
The New York Yankees. Great. Yeah. And like what you talked about, like, the Nashville Titans or whatever they are, Tennessee Titans or whatever.
Tennessee Titans.
Like, that's just a cool name. And you know what? That's okay. It's okay to be a cool
Panthers.
name. Yeah, exactly.
Like, fuck, yeah, cool.
Yeah, it doesn't have to, like, the Pittsburgh Penguins. There's no penguins
that's just
in
alliteration.
Pittsburgh.
That's just alliteration.
Yeah, well,
like,
there might be penguins in Pittsburgh at, like, the zoo, but they don't have wild penguins.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
She's a zoologist. So, yeah, I think we're going to be starting to dance a dangerous line if we keep going with these like really meta niche team names.
Yeah. Now, curiously, let me ask you, have you seen any suggestions that you think are fun or neat or cool or don't suck?
Do you like anyone's opinions?
I saw a cool one for someone for the San Jose team had suggested the manta rays. And I thought that was kind of cool.
That could be cool. But once again, my first thought is the Tampa Bay Rays.
On the other side of the country.
I know, but it's like a different sport, but they're a bigger franchise.
That's fair, I suppose. But also, I feel like that's something that's somewhat, like, unique to the Bay Area,
No, I'm not saying it's a bad name, but, like, there's a lot of, like, different angles at play.
Oh, 100%. I think, yeah, and that's why it's so difficult to come up with something that will resonate well. It's incredibly
difficult.
Yeah.
I think it is the hardest part of, like, establishing a new team.
Oh, 100%. Marketing is everything. That is your whole product.
My one thing is, like, I don't want these team names to be a reference to the NHL teams or really any other men's sports teams that they share the city with. Like, I saw some suggestions. People were liking Hammerheads for the
Hamilton team,
for the San Jose team.
Oh, for the San Jose team. Oh, that's fair. Like, because the Sharks, sure.
It's fun, but it's like
just like the Sharks too.
They can be their own thing.
Yeah.
Like, I guess, like, to some people it's not that deep.
Oh, 100%, like, yeah.
You're competing with these other teams.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's what it is.
Right.
So,
I don't know. I think that's one of those things, too, where it's, like, specific... It also changes by market, because for the Bay Area, and I read a really good article from NBC this week, I think. People were like, oh, yeah, like, the market for this is already going to be Sharks fans, because the Sharks have a ton of fans who are women and girls.
Thank you, Macklin Celebrini and Will Smith.
Exactly. And so it's like those people are already going to show up for the PWHL team there. And that arena is, like, by the fans dubbed the Shark Tank. So I could totally see them going for something more aquatic to kind of meet the fans' excitement.
Yeah, that's like, don't pick a shark.
Right, exactly. Yeah. So it's just like I think it also really does depend on the market and kind of where you're meeting the fans' excitement.
Well, that's exactly what I'm like. Yeah. I think all teams should. They should play the first season without a team name per se.
Oh yeah.
Learn your fans, meet your season ticket holders.
Yeah.
Get the vibe.
Mm.
if you're really cool, let your fans vote
Yeah.
directly for a name.
Yeah, exactly. Because you had a note in here that was talking about how like some of the more veteran PWHL tandems are probably going to get broken up because of expansion.
Yeah.
But also I think some of the non as good might also, because if you have someone who is 100% going to be the starter and there's almost no chance that you're going to play,
Yeah.
just go join an expansion franchise and have a better shot. Like, I think Abstrider's
go
probably
compete.
gone.
Like, go compete somewhere else.
Yeah, I think Abstrider's gone.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Like, I have my eye mostly on... We'll
Yeah.
talk about it. We'll talk about it. We're getting ahead of ourselves.
Oh, I was thinking about that because, like, I was thinking about Toronto. I was like, I think, like, one of Chuli or
I think
Kirk is
Chuli and Kurt
leaving.
are going to get split up.
Yeah. I don't know who it's going to be. I think if anyone, it would probably be Chuli to leave. But
I think they were leaning on Kirk more a little bit towards the end of this season.
right, exactly, which is why I'm kind of thinking, like, if someone's going to get the boot, it's probably going to be Chuli, but...
So, I don't know, we'll
Yeah.
see. I don't know if there's going to be some kind of, like,
rule that or
for
something,
like,
yeah.
the existing teams, like,
Yeah.
oh, you have to... We want you to please only protect one goalie.
Yeah,
Because we need
right.
good goalies
Mm-hmm.
that have league experience in the new
Yeah.
teams.
So,
We'll
I don't
get
know,
there.
could be interesting.
We're jumping ahead a little bit. We're getting out of sequence.
Isn't that literally our last topic? We're talking about the draft.
Yeah, I was gonna get there.
Yeah, we're getting there. We're getting there. I just had a thought. God forbid. God
Stop
forbid a girl
thinking.
think. Shit. So the 2026 PWHL draft is coming up
It is coming up. It is on June 17th.
at the Fox Theater in Detroit, Michigan.
Detroit. My.
And you could go. Tickets are very cheap.
I'm not going alone. I don't have anyone to go with. You're gonna
No,
be.
the listener. The
You're-
listener could go.
Oh.
I won't be in the
Who's
country.
listening? Your mom?
Yeah, my mom could go.
I'll go with your mom.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
Yeah, open invitation. If you're my mother and you'd like to go to Michigan,
I'll drive.
Theo will drive.
Let's
You
go.
could- yeah, exactly.
Your daughter's out of town
Mm-hmm.
with her wife.
Mm-hmm.
So let's hang out.
All right. So anywho. You've been doing a lot of scouting and research on the 2026 PWHL draft.
I've been doing as much as I can between
I would love
like
for you to tell me about the draft and how it works and who's winning and who's losing and why I should be so excited for Toronto hockey to be so back.
I only have answers to some of those questions. So I already forgot the numbers. 235 eligible
That's what I saw
draftees
last. Yep.
declared.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy amount of players.
Pretty sweet.
There's 126 forwards.
That's
69.
a lot of
Nice.
forwards.
That's a lot of forwards. It's a lot of players. Keep in mind, 40 are gonna get drafted.
Right.
69 defensemen.
Mm-hmm.
37 goalies.
Sweet.
And then there's 3 that are listed as like two-way players, like
Oh,
they can
sure,
play
sure,
both
sure.
forward
Mhm.
and defense. Interestingly enough, Layla Edwards, who plays both forward and defense,
Mm-hmm.
declared it as a defenseman, not as a two-way player.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, I don't know. So, NCAA,
Mm-hmm.
obviously most of these girls are coming from NCAA.
Right.
There's 127 players coming from NCAA.
Hmm.
There's 38 coming from U Sports, which is like NCAA in Canada.
Oh, okay.
So like for
Mhm.
Canadian colleges,
Mhm.
that's kind of like their collegiate hockey league.
Gotcha.
There's 18 Swedish players
That's
coming
cool.
in from the
Mm-hmm.
Swedish Women's Hockey League.
Okay.
7 from Switzerland's Women's Hockey League.
Mm-hmm.
There's 5 coming from the European Women's Hockey League, which is like the IAHF.
Oh,
Women's
yeah.
league.
Sure. Mm-hmm.
There's 4 coming from Russia.
Okay.
So that's interesting to me.
Yeah.
And then 3 German women's hockey players coming in. 3 are club hockey players. 3 of the declarees did not play NCAA, they played club hockey.
Oh, that's interesting.
So one of them is from ACHA, which is the league that I used to work for in
Oh,
college.
sure. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like my college teams that I helped out
Yeah.
were ACHA teams.
Interesting.
And there's some really good players in that league. It's
That's
kind of insane.
Yeah, that's pretty sweet.
And then 2 are from the CCWHA, so club hockey teams, which is
that's
super
cool.
intriguing.
Yeah.
And then like a handful of miscellaneous like international players.
I was gonna say I feel like I saw there was like
There's a few
Chinese
Italian
goalie or
players.
something? Yeah.
There's 3 Italian players. One from Spain, one from Taiwan,
Cool.
one German national player.
Mm-hmm.
Someone from France.
Mm-hmm.
One from Japan, and then another Swedish national player who didn't play for the the hockey league.
That's really sweet.
There's 8 players from Illinois.
Wow.
Which is really cool.
That is pretty cool. Shout out Illinois.
Put a fucking team here.
That's what I'm
There's
saying.
so many hockey players from here.
Women's hockey is big here. Hockey in general is big here.
Obviously NCAA.
Yeah. NCAA being the big one.
Big one. There's 8 players coming from Boston University on that list. 8 players. So
I was gonna say we were talking before we started recording kind of about some of just how the number of players that are like point per game players in college that are coming into the draft.
it's brutal.
It's terrifying.
Oh my gosh, it's like holy shit.
I was gonna say it's almost to the point where it's like there's not really gonna be a bad pick, it seems, out of this draft.
I don't
this
think
might be...
you can go wrong with any of these picks. I feel like they're gonna help you regardless.
I was gonna say this might be the most stacked draft class just ever.
I feel like it's only gonna keep going up from here.
Yeah.
Like if you think about it.
Right, yeah, especially because of the existence of this league is going to continually develop the leagues underneath it.
Yeah, we'll talk about that later. Talk about that in a bit. We'll get there because I have notes on that.
Ooh, interesting. Okay.
So.
Okay.
8 players come from Boston University. 7 are from Penn State.
Yep.
6 are from UConn.
Yep.
Wisconsin.
Minnesota.
Minnesota.
Yeah, I was going to ask about Wisconsin, yeah.
6 each.
5
5 each from Minnesota Duluth.
Yep.
Clarkson, Holy Cross, Cornell, Ohio State. There's a lot of NCAA coming in. 20 players are listed as did not play last year.
Huh.
I know some. I didn't look at every single one, but I know some of them are like old like Olympic players.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Coming back because they might not be like the point producers,
right?
But
that's
they are a veteran
presence.
leadership.
Yeah.
So I saw my mom, because my mom was actually asking me about it. She was like, so what is, like, why are these players coming back? I'm like, because they can.
Right, absolutely. They can. There's an avenue for them to do this in a professional manner that's going to be consistent. And also, there's 4 new expansion teams that need veteran presence.
Exactly. I'm like, it's primarily for veteran presence. Like, you want somebody who's been playing women's hockey just a little bit longer.
Right, absolutely, yeah.
And maybe knows even some of the other players in the league.
Yeah.
And like how nothing wrong with a veteran presence. They may not necessarily be scoring like all the goals, but
right, but
it's good to have like a
good
leader.
Leadership.
Yeah. So there's a lot of talk on the prospects. So most of them we've heard about all year.
Yeah.
Especially during the Olympics, because a lot of them did play in the Olympics, especially for Team USA.
Yep.
Team USA went very college heavy this year on their roster. And now a lot of these girls are declaring for the draft.
And they cooked.
They cooked. Oh my gosh, they cooked.
Boy, did they cook.
Personally, as in my own opinion.
Oh boy.
My own opinion. I don't think she's going to get picked first. I think Layla Edwards is the best player in this draft. In my opinion.
Over Caroline?
I think over Caroline. I mean, they're both really good. Abby Murphy is really good.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's probably my go-to is Abby Murphy, I think, but
I don't think she's gonna get picked first, but I love Layla Edwards. I think she's a fantastic player. She can do both offense and defense.
I was gonna say, it has shown that she's extremely flexible and can be pretty much played anywhere on the ice.
Exactly,
and have immediate impact.
If you draft her, she's also tall. She's huge. She's intimidating. She's a big player.
Yeah, that's a scary person to have on the ice. For your
plus,
team.
I love her mom. Have you ever seen her mom on TikTok?
I have.
You basically get like a free brand ambassador if you draft her.
And I mean, hey,
her mom is great. Her mom is wonderful.
So yeah, I think that's.
I kind of was like thinking about it a little bit. I'm really not good at like draft predictions. Every time I like try to like look into the NHL, they pick who I like don't think they're gonna pick.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm not really like the best prospect analyzer. But my first thought is Vancouver is probably going to pick Abby Murphy. Because they already have, like, pretty elite defensemen.
Yeah.
Like, high-scoring defensemen.
Mm-hmm.
With Thompson and Jakes. I feel pretty confident saying that they're going to pick Abby Murphy first overall. And get some, just, like, pure offense firepower on that.
And she's so aggressive.
I think that's what they need.
Yeah, I 100% agree. I think that was very much what was lacking from a lot of their games this year, was just lack of sustained pressure. And I don't mean to sound like a broken record here, but
why were you crashing the net?
If you just crash the net, get pucks deep, rebounds, crash the net.
Crashed.
Put the tweet up. Put the tweet up
right now. And then Seattle, I think they might go with Harvey.
Yeah, I could definitely see that.
I think she'll fit right into their defense.
Yeah.
I think that could be because she's also a incredibly high assist. I think she leads the NCAA in assists this year.
Huh.
I could be wrong about that. Don't quote me.
Editor, quote it.
I'm gonna insert a screenshot of me being completely wrong.
Sweet.
New York, I feel like Layla could be a Layla Edwards team.
I could see that, yeah.
It just makes sense to me.
Yeah. No, it's and honestly, there's no, like, I have no real statistical backing for this, but it just feels like a good vibes thing, you know? And I think New York is kind of a vibes team.
New York is really a vibes team.
And
that's why you
lately
like
they've been having good vibes.
Like, it's...
Sure, they didn't get into the playoffs this year or any other year, but they got good vibes.
I feel like they don't have like a... Like, they have good offense and they have good defense, but it just hasn't fully come together.
They had the vibes yet, and now the vibes are here. So next year,
I feel like
New York Sirens fans,
I feel like Edwards could kind of be that piece for them.
Yeah,
I love Layla Edwards. If you didn't, I love her.
Yeah, I can definitely see that. I think there's not, like we kind of just said, there's not really a bad pick in this draft at all. So I think a lot of these teams are going to get players that you're going to see have some pretty immediate impact this upcoming season.
For sure.
And especially even for players that don't necessarily make one of these, original teams in the league or even the expansion teams from last year. I think you're going to see a lot of these players get really good development from like these training camps and whatnot, and then you could see them get signed later in the year as reserve players. So
for sure,
I think this is going to be a very, very heavily stacked draft class.
I mean, I was just going through a list of the most talked about players. Most of them, of course, are coming from Wisconsin and Minnesota.
Not shocking.
Wisconsin just won championship.
Mm-hmm.
So thing about Wisconsin is that it's kind of hard to dig underneath all of that and figure out who else is really good.
Yeah.
Obviously, Abby Murphy, I think, is the top prospect. I think she is the top prospect of this draft class. She had 66 points in 31 games.
That's such an unholy number. That's over 2 points per game?
That's over 2 PPG.
God.
She also was at the Olympics. I actually don't know what she scored. I'm pretty sure she got a handful of points at the Olympics.
Yeah.
And then followed closely behind Caroline Harvey.
Yeah.
Insane amount of assists this year. 64 points in 33 games.
It's ridiculous.
Layla Edwards, 45 points in 28 games. Obviously, we saw a lot of all 3 of these girls at the Olympics.
Mm-hmm.
I think they were kind of the big story there.
Yeah, apart from the goated goalie tandem for Team USA.
Well, I love you, Gwyneth Phillips. I love you, Gwyneth Phillips. Tessa Janicki was also at the Olympics.
Mm-hmm.
She's coming from Penn State. She has 48 points in 31 games.
Oh my god. It's ridiculous.
Finally, we have some variation. Nelly Leitinen.
Mm-hmm.
She's the captain. She was the captain at Minnesota.
Okay.
She had 30 points in 33 games. She played for Finland this year at the Olympics. She was the assistant.
Very cool.
She was the alternate captain.
Oh, cool.
Alternate captain for this year's Finland team. Now we get back to the USA. Back to the USA roster. Kirsten Sims. Coming out of Wisconsin. Shocker. 59 points in 31 games.
What are they feeding these girls?
I don't know. Also at the Olympics, Lacey Eden has been she is
Sorry, I'm just reading the number out of our show notes right now. 77 points in 41 games, and she's been a point per game player for every year of her college. That's ridiculous. That's like not real.
So she
These are
didn't.
fake numbers.
She did not play at the Olympics this year, which I was confused about because I was like, I know her name.
Mm.
Wasn't she at the Olympics? And I keep checking. It's like, no, she wasn't on the roster. She did play at Worlds last year.
Right, yeah.
But yeah, she led the NCAA in points this year. That's so she played a little more games than a lot of the other girls we see who were at the Olympics.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went through her stats. She's been at least a point per game player every
more
year.
Than a point per game player in multiple
Her
seasons,
lowest scoring year was a point per game. I think she had 30 points in 30 games or something like that.
Yeah, truly, if you're a GM here, like what?
Yeah, you're basically
just pick a name.
You know the meme?
You're getting a point per game player.
What's the? I can't remember the meme of all the people bringing the plates to the girl.
I know what you're talking about.
And she's like, ooh. And then we got a couple more of other players. These girls have been a little bit less talked about, but I think they're also just insane prospects. We got Emma Peskel or Pichel. I don't know how to say her last name. Out of Ohio State, she's captain at the Ohio State University. 39 points in 34 games. Isabel Wunder from Princeton, point per game player, 43 points in 43 games.
Jeez.
Sydney Morrow, coming out of Minnesota, 38 points in 39 games. Fun fact, I don't know if I'll put this in or not. I worked for a team that her brother played on.
That's cool. Huh.
Her brother Scott. Scott now plays for the Hartford Wolfpack.
I have to say, I think for, players like Emma, is it Peskel or Pichel or I don't know. We're probably gonna pronounce it wrong.
Probably.
That's okay.
We'll learn it.
We'll learn it eventually.
We will learn it because you are getting drafted.
Oh, 100%. I just have to say, I think it also, on top of being a point per game player, to also be a captain at the collegiate level, at the D1 collegiate level like that, I think gives them a lot more draft stock as well.
That's exactly
come into the PWHL and then immediately be part of a leadership structure, potentially at one of these, because if you're not going to draft, a veteran player to do that for you in one of these expansion teams, you want one of these girls who've been doing it already.
Exactly. Goalie situation is interesting. Oh, excuse me. I'm gonna cut that out. Go. Have some water.
Put up the bird counter. Put up the bird counter on the screen.
Water's good and delicious.
Computer zoom in.
Computer
zoom in.
Computer.
Put a bird counter.
Computer enhance. So there are 37 goalies in this draft list.
That's a lot of goalies.
There's 12 positions opening up. You have 4 expansion teams, so it's usually 2 tandem and then a backup.
Yep.
So there's a lot of goalies, and a lot of them aren't going to get spots.
Yeah.
So it's very interesting. We talked about this a little bit before we got into the skaters in the draft.
Sure, yeah.
I imagine we're going to be seeing a lot of the current PWHL tandems getting split up.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that is kind of a given any time that expansion comes around, because franchises are going to prioritize whoever their elite goalie is, and then you can't have it both ways all the time. We saw this in Toronto last year, where they had Soupy, who got I think sent to Vancouver now.
Yeah, Soupy's in Van.
Yeah, so it's just, you can only save so many players, and if you have multiple really talented goalies, which pretty much every team in the league does, you're just only going to be able to save one of them.
Also, I feel like having a solid goalie is one of the best ways to make sure each team has a chance.
Yeah.
So I can imagine, I don't know if PW will have some kind of limitation to the current teams, so you can only save one of your goalies.
Yeah.
We'll see. Don't quote me on that.
I don't think they did last year though, because Rooney and Hensley are both still in
I don't know.
Minnesota, but I don't know. I mean,
so we'll see, because currently That's who I have my eye on mostly is
right.
Hensley and Rooney,
Mm-hmm.
because I don't think either of them is the best goaltender in the league, but I think together they are the most reliable and best tandem in the league.
100%. You can get a good game out of either of them any night of the week.
So I think they're also a big reason for why Minnesota's had so much success.
100%, yeah.
Is because they've had both of them.
Yeah. In a lot of cases across the PWHL right now, there is a tandem where there is one goalie who is clearly the starter and like the elite goalie there. I mean, look at Montreal, for example, who, just won the Walter Cup.
Yeah.
ARD played every game of the playoffs.
Yep.
So if you're Abstrider, maybe you are looking at one of these expansion franchises to be like, oh, maybe I could get a chance to start and,
Yeah.
be that goalie for another team. So while I think there are some cases like Minnesota where they're going to, either only be able to protect one or whatnot, I think there are also going to be tandems where one goalie is going to just
they're going to opt to leave.
Yeah, is going to want to go somewhere for more minutes.
Yeah, exactly. Do you have my eye mostly on Hensley and Rooney? And then I actually have my eye on Vancouver with Maschmeyer and Soupy.
Yeah.
I'm interested to see what... I don't know. We'll see.
I don't know.
It didn't look to me that either of them disliked being in Vancouver this year.
No, yeah.
I know Maschmeyer has a child.
Yeah.
So it's like, I feel like if any, it's hard to just like pull up the house and pack up the house and move to a new. Oh, we'll have to see what happens with these current tandems.
Yeah. And then of course there are going to be a number of goalies that join from the draft. So.
Right. So I think should be about 12 goalies getting drafted. So we'll see if they get drafted to the new teams or current teams. We'll see what happens with the expansion and the signings before the draft.
Yeah, which coming up here in the next couple weeks.
It will happen. It'll happen.
So stick around. We'll talk about it.
2-3 weeks. I do have a few goalies I'm expecting to go sooner rather than later. 3 of them are like the most like talked about. It's like, yeah, probably. And then a couple I think people are like overlooking a little bit. So of course, I think the top rated, like most expected goalie to go first is Andrea Brandley. So she competed at the Olympics for Switzerland. She was the reason they got that bronze medal.
She stood on her head. She played some really crazy games.
She had an outstanding performance at the Olympics.
I remember texting you during the Olympics and being like, whoever this is needs to be in the league next year.
Like, who is this? Haley McLeod from the Ohio State.
The Ohio State seems to be producing a lot of prospects this year.
She is she's like almost like a Phillips. Like she performs way better under immense pressure. So we'll see. I do think she's gonna get drafted, so I guess we'll see kind of what her regular season stats are versus like if her team makes playoffs, then we might see her.
Hear me out though. The Ottawa Charge draft her and then just cycle her and Phillips every game, and then they become unstoppable. You can shoot 80 shots at one goalie and then get the other one the next night.
Yeah.
See, we don't have to fix our defense if we just have 2 goalies who are nuts.
Minnesota Frost Simulator.
And how many cups do they have?
Not 3.
Exactly.
And then Tia Chan, is coming out of UConn. She's the NCAA and ECAC goaltender of the year.
Oh.
She also played for China at the 2022 Olympics. She has international experience.
Yeah.
She's still pretty young, so those are like the top 3, like I think most talked about goalies currently. And then I have 2 more. Saskia Murray, something. Once again, I'll learn how to pronounce your name because you are getting drafted.
Oh, for sure.
Currently, the best SWHL goalie 3 years running.
Oh my god.
Out of Switzerland, so Swiss Women's Hockey League, best goaltender 3 years running. She was Brandley's backup at the Olympics.
See, I could imagine a world where both of them get drafted together because they've already played as a tandem.
Yeah, that would be a brilliant move, I think, by an expansion team. Just
expansion GMs.
Put the Swiss goalies together.
I'm right here. You could. I will take money for my thoughts and opinions.
And then there's a goaltender out of Russia. Now, if you follow hockey in any capacity, you know that Russian goaltenders tend to be a little in a good way. A little insane.
Elvis.
They're a little nuts. They won a lot of cups.
Yeah.
She is 5'9". She played at the Olympics in 2022. She was named Russia's best goaltender in 2025 and best player in 2024. She's also a backwards goalie like Phillips, so that could be interesting to have another backwards goalie in the league.
Yeah. Is she as Italian as Phillips is?
I guess we'll find out. A little bit of Russian Italian.
See, I'm telling you, Ottawa Charge GM, listen to me right now. If you don't fix your defensive core, you just need to sign like 4 more goalies who are Gwyneth Phillips.
Just clone Gwyneth Phillips.
Exactly. Start investing into cloning tech right now. So jumping into our last kind of section for this week, we just have some fun miscellaneous things from around the league to update you on, dear listener. The first being, congratulations is in order for Hannah Brandt, player for the Boston Fleet, who is retiring to be a doctor.
It's fucking insane.
We have such a cool league that like players retire to go be like doctors and shit, and then the NHL players like don't know how to write their own name.
They don't know how to hold a pen. When that was announced, I was actually like thinking a little bit, just as we like get through like the early years of like the league's existence, how many players do you think are gonna like quote retire early? So it may not necessarily be like early, but
yeah,
because when you think about it, how many of these players at least started college
right
with the intention of pursuing a career
right
besides hockey?
Right, because there wasn't
pro hockey for them after college,
unless you go to Europe. Yeah.
So like obviously, love of my life, Claire Thompson. She's like brilliant.
Oh yeah.
Studying to become a doctor. She insists don't call her doctor because she's not one yet. I'm like, I can imagine, as much as I don't want her to.
Sure.
I feel like she's already put in so much work.
Yeah.
At some point, she's going to hang up the skates and go be a doctor.
Oh yeah.
I feel like we're gonna see it more often, like in these early years of players retiring early per se.
Yeah.
From hockey.
Yeah, absolutely.
So they can go do what they studied.
Right. And I think that will really change the longer that the PWHL is around.
Oh, for sure.
Because there has been professional women's hockey in North America prior to the PWHL, but it was very inconsistent.
Yeah.
Like leagues pop up and then they go away within a couple of years. And I don't think the PWHL is looking to be that way at all. But since that's been kind of the history for what the professional options are for women playing in North America, I think that for the first few years, I would say probably for the next 3, 4, 5 years, you're probably going to see some players who had other life plans go after those life plans.
Yeah.
But after that, I think you're going to start to get that first generation of players who grew up watching the PWHL and then went, oh,
I could do this.
Yeah, that
for
could,
real.
Yeah, like that could really be something for me, and then we'll solely go to pursue that. And I think that's the point at which it'll kind of switch.
So it's been interesting to see, because I think more girls who are playing in high school currently are gonna kind of get into that I can do this professionally kind of attitude. I mean, obviously, girls' youth hockey has been expanding nationwide.
Oh yeah,
continent-wide.
Absolutely, and I think that the PWHL will continue to be a large driver for that.
100%. So you got more girls playing it more intensely with better coaches, better training, more exposure to it in general. I mean, we hosted the high school state championships this year. I think the leadership on the team had to write like a pre-written like why do you play hockey? Like why do you love hockey or something like that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It was some part of the presentation, and like there were girls saying like this is probably it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like these girls started high school. They did not think that they were ever gonna play hockey professionally. There's some of them that probably could have gone to college and become exceptional players, but like that's just not hasn't
because
been.
There's no avenue for it after that.
There hasn't been a chance for them. So
And I mean, for a lot of the players that are in the league now, like for, Hannah Brandt and these other players that are going to retire to become doctors and stuff like that, ultimately it got them a scholarship to a fantastic school
Yeah.
where they got a fantastic degree. And then, now like there's an avenue for them to choose to play hockey professionally if they want, but also hockey has served kind of the purpose it was going to serve in their
for
lives.
a lot of these
Yeah.
players. It's like hockey was just supposed to be the scholarship for the free school.
Right, exactly.
Hockey was supposed to get me through school, and that's it. This is we're basically watching like the evolution of the league in real time.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like we were just talking about the intensity of this draft class.
Yeah.
It's only gonna go up from here.
Oh, absolutely.
Like in 4 years when we see the next Olympic roster, I feel like there's gonna be a new group of college students that are like putting up
insane numbers.
They have like 3 point per game.
Yeah.
Like it's gonna be brutal.
Yeah, I think it's kind of one of those things where the PWHL existing in the capacity that it does kind of raises the level of every league below it, because all the players who want to come from the the Swedish leagues or the European leagues or D1 collegiate leagues here in the States are going to look at that level of play in the PWHL and go, that's what I need to strive to be able to play at that level.
Yeah.
Regardless of where they are, before going into it. So I think it'll be really cool to see how that continues to further, smaller leagues and
exactly
the path to pro.
Yeah, and I think Ray Halloran posted a TikTok. Somebody asked, she played for Japan at the Olympics. She's a goaltender. She somebody asked her, was like, what do you think like about the size of this draft list?
Yeah.
And obviously she's like, this is incredible that so many girls don't want to play.
Oh yeah.
But it's also like, how many of these girls aren't going to get drafted? And they're just, what are they supposed to do?
Right, and then where do you go from that? Yeah.
In the future, as the PWHL grows and expands, there's gonna be some capacity of a need for pro leagues under.
Oh, 100%.
At least in North America, because obviously,
yeah.
We have like European leagues. And
yeah.
I think that's what a lot of girls will do, is if they still want to play pro hockey, but they didn't get drafted, they'll go play overseas.
And then come back when they can get drafted. Yeah, absolutely. But I think that there will come a time, especially for the league once it expands a little bit more, where you're going to need to have the ability to recall players who, there's injuries or there's whatever. You're going to be, you're going to need to get players quickly, and that's going to have to come from like an AHL equivalent.
I would love to see the PWHL, like each team has a farm team.
Yeah, I think that'd be,
that would be incredible.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like even in men's hockey, it's like a system.
Oh yeah.
Someone gets hurt in the NHL. Someone gets pulled up from the AHL. Someone in the AHL got pulled up, so you pull someone up from the ECHL.
Yep.
It's like, it's this endless system, and they have an unlimited amount of guys who can play for them.
Right, and I think the more that the game grows, the more that you're going to see that system develop. I almost honestly wonder if there comes a time where before we have an AHL equivalent for the PWHL, if they're going to partner with D1 collegiate teams and be like, hey, this D1 collegiate team is an affiliate of the Seattle Torrent, or this, D1 collegiate team is an affiliate of the Toronto Scepters, whatever.
That'd be sick.
So that way, if they do need to like pull someone
up,
like they have a system to do that. Because right now teams have reserve players,
right? And
there's a system for that, but it's only a certain number of players every year.
I mean, it's basically your practice squad.
Right, exactly. And so I think that as the league continues to grow, they're going to need to create that system and really build out that infrastructure.
And plus, it really just does open up more opportunity for players who aren't the very top of the NCAA.
Yeah.
Obviously, NCAA dominating the draft list. A lot of NCAA players, I think everybody in the top 10 draft list, they're all coming from NCAA.
Yeah.
There's 4 professional men's leagues in the United States / Canada.
Yeah.
Pretty much everyone below the NHL, AHL sometimes, but like ECHL and SPHL, a lot of those players are not coming from D1 NCAA schools.
Yeah.
Guys who play hockey and just aren't elite or the best at it, they still have the opportunity to keep playing after they graduate. And like obviously that's really good for them. Congratulations to that. That's wonderful.
Yeah, absolutely.
But let's do it for the girls.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that that's something that with time will absolutely develop. I think that'll present itself as a need sooner probably than a lot of people are thinking.
I mean, even with 4 professional leagues, it still happens. You know, when I worked with college teams, I worked with club hockey teams. We had a player on one of the teams who broke the school's scoring record, and he easily could have been on a D1 NCAA team.
Oh yeah,
absolutely. But he went to school close to home. Like, for whatever reason, they don't go to a D1 school.
Yeah.
They chose to stay close to home. There's some other reason that they didn't go play hockey at a bigger level. There should be more opportunity for these girls, like, just around the country, around the world, to just play.
Yeah, no, I completely agree, and I think that the longer the PWHL stays around, the more that those opportunities will present themselves. So, I'm very exciting.
We are in unprecedented times for women's hockey. I'm so excited to see it.
Yeah, it's a cool time to be a fan of women's sports in general.
Yeah, I think collegiate hockey is going to grow immensely. High school hockey, it's going to be wonderful. It's going to be wonderful.
You know what else is wonderful, though? Our Patreon bonus episodes.
Our first bonus episode, it's coming a little late.
But it should be live by the time
it'll be up by the time this goes out.
So
and then
if you're listening to this, check the show description. There will be a link to the Patreon. Go watch the bonus episodes.
It's free right now. It's also on YouTube because it's free.
They're free right now. They're fun. Go watch them. They're very hilarious. We do silly things.
Yeah, it's just us playing NHL 26. We're playing just a PWHL season video game.
Shooting the shit, having a good time.
We still talk about some topics, but we're mostly kind of just messing around. So it's a little just a little mental break.
Otherwise, we'll see you back here next week for more chats about the PWHL draft and what is going on.
Follow us on Instagram and Twitter.
Follow us on Instagram and Twitter.
We're still trying
and maybe on TikTok.
Maybe
we'll
on
let
TikTok.
you know.
We'll let you. We'll update if we get unbanned.